Do you need badges? If you do, make sure you hit up Elite Badge Grinding. They are fast and reliable. Their link will be in the description, and be sure to tell them that Blaze sent you.
Hey, it's Blaze, and today, I'm be showing you guys the Magic Johnson build for this year at NBA 2K22. I do not think that the gens matter because you are curious if it's going to be on next gen. Now, honestly, this is probably a top 2 build that I'm going to be making for myself, because obviously I would never want to recommend a build that I would not use myself. I think that's kind of ridiculous for people who do, but this is a build that I will be using, so you can know like this is a build that you can see rocking out with through videos, that sort of thing. This is basically a Magic Johnson type of build, meaning like a post facilitator, sharpshooter, shot creator, if that's a thing. But anyway, let's go ahead, let's get into it. So you're going to want to have a small forward build for this, okay? On a small forward player position for this, you're going to want to be 6'7", 238, and 7'3". The reason why this is, I always like to explain why I'm doing a certain thing. The reason why the weight and the wingspan is the way it is so that the defense, the interior defense is increasing, the strength on the player is increasing, and also the standing dunk is going to be increasing as well, so that it enables us to have more of a post presence than we would regardless, because strength does mean a lot this year. Once I get into the attributes though, you'll see what I mean. But actually, let's go ahead, let's get into it. I can just keep on carrying on with this, okay? So the attributes that you are going to have is 86 close shots, 81 driving dunk, 80 standing dunk, 80 post control. In case you do not know, this year in NBA 2K22, post control does not translate to post move speed. It's actually speed with ball that does translate to that. I've tested it myself. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it's like that, but speed with ball is what contributes to faster post moves this year. Okay, so obviously you want speed of ball maxed out, but as far as post control, 80 is a good baseline, because at 80, once you get to 99, that's when you get Hall of Fame postman technician, Hall of Fame drop stepper, and you know, and you save 4 3 points and you can put on somewhere else, you know. Also, mid-range is there, 3-point shot is there, passing accuracy, ball handle, speed of ball is there. Now, the reason why I increased the interior defense more than perimeter defense is because this build's already going to have Silver Intimidator, and if you're going to be an off-ball defender, which if you use this build, you definitely should be an off-ball defender. Ideally, if you play a threes with this lineup, you want this build to run points, but then you also have a lock and then a sharp rim on the defensive end, and then use guard the off-ball defender, which will most likely every single time be a lock in a corner, which is not made a big of an issue. But the ability to have that increased interior defense, to have a 77 block and to have a 78 steal, allows you to play a lot better on off-ball defense. You can swing a lot better, you can blitz a lot better, you can bait a lot better, and henceforth that's why you got a golden interceptor on this build. Now for the physical attributes, everything is maxed out. I know you can't read it, so I'll move myself here real quick. 75 speed, 73 acceleration, 70 strength, vert 93, and then 88 stamina. You don't need maxed out stamina unless you plan on dribbling with this build a lot, then I would get the stamina. But personally for me, I might do 1 or 2 looks in the dribbles here and there, but then most of the time I will be working the post, unless it's a big man. And as it's a big man that's taller than me, then I will be obviously attacking him in a different way off the dribble, right? Okay. So this does conclude the attributes. I'm just trying to think about anything else I do want to touch on while looking at the build. Yeah, okay, so for the driving layup, I see driving layup is 61, but you do have to keep in mind that driving layups throughout every single 2K, they're consistent regardless on the sliders, so it's not absolutely crucial to have a high driving layup rating. If you have an open layup, it's going to be open layup and it's going to go in. Whereas for dunk, you have the dunk meter this year, so it's more crucial to have a higher dunk rating so you have a bigger green window on your dunks. Okay, So that's the reasoning behind that. So let's go ahead, let's move on to the badge portion of the video. Oh, also with the rebounds, with the rebounding, we had to sacrifice that. Ideally, I mean, you're still tall, you can still grab boards on the defensive end. As far as offensive end, I mean, it's always gonna be you down there regardless. So it's not that important for a post scorer to have unless you're like a tall guy that plans on maining center for some teams. But yeah. So I just want to explain that. My personal favorite takeover is the double post shot daggers because you get increased large boost, and even when it's double, you get double the boost on post hop fades, post hooks, post fades, etc. This is going to cause teams to really focus in on you, and it's going to open up opportunities for your teammates to execute on the open shots. Okay. So I'll finish this build. I will show you some gameplay, but I'll also show you the badges as well. Now, I wouldn't necessarily worry about these shades because these shades do not dictate who this player is gonna play like. This player right here has a massive post game, but it's being compared to the likes of like Brandon Ingram and Mikal Bridges. My apologies. So like I said, when you look at builds, like yeah, you could try to find like the shade of my Magic Johnson in 2K, but that's just not going to be realistic if you want to actually have a player that plays like Magic Johnson. Those are two different things that I think that people get confused on quite a bit, so just keep that in mind. Now let's go and test the build. I'm going to show you what badges I would do personally. I think the badge counts are very nice. It's 21, 25, 25, and 14. If you go through the college route in my career, you also get 4 additional badge slots to put where you want. So personally for me, I might put down finishing or defense. Playmaking potentially, just depends on how the game changes throughout the year. That's one thing I love about this build too, is that it's balanced, so any patches that do come through, the build will be able to adjust and basically counter any changes that are made throughout the year, so you don't have to keep on remaking builds over and over again, thus falling into 2K's trap of making meta builds every month or so until the next patch rolls in, and then boom, you gotta drop another 60, then boom, another 60. Before you know it, end of the year, you drop $500 on builds. So you gotta keep that in mind. Okay, so for this personally, I'm gonna keep back down Penetrator on silver so he can push down on any like locks down that are gonna be focusing in on him. Alright, post spin, put back king off. Punisher, rise up bronze. We're gonna need drop stepper. And honestly, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna focus on getting pro touch as well. And then honestly, that's going to be about it. Fast twitch, I don't think is that necessary, in my opinion, especially with how cheap they made. If you look, they made the badge very cheap compared to other badges. I mean, not necessarily, it's 6 cost, but it's just still one of those things where it just doesn't seem like it's that necessary for you to have, in my opinion. Now, this might change as the more and more time does come between release, but as of right now, from what I've tested from fast twitch, it's just not worth it. Now, keep in mind, so with this build, you would get +4 badges through going through college, and I would end up putting it on finishing. And when I did that, I would upgrade this hook specialist to silver. Now I have one more spot where I might throw like lofty finisher, or I might try to maybe bring down posterizer down by 1, upgrade it right. There's many things that you could do here. Floaters in the game are actually very OP as well. I've been watching a lot of Ticino's gameplay, and on point guards this year, floaters are exceptionally OP, and obviously that would translate to a point forward Magic Johnson type build that this build is. Okay, just for now, so I'm gonna put that on the side for now. Now, blinders do affect post phase this year, so as important, so does difficult shots. And sniper is not necessary, but if you're someone that isn't really too comfortable with grading shots like every single shot, then that's something that can kind of be a crutch for you, which I'm totally for when it comes to the game of 2K and Park and stuff like that. And then, let's see, one more spot up is going to be good, especially on those post separations. If they're sagging off of you, but you're not exactly on the line, that will enable you to pull up with ease, right? And then for snipe, I might put sniper on here to help out with post fades, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to upgrade run with spot up, the silver, and then I will just leave everything else like the way it is. So now you got Deadeye, Green Machine Silver, you got Fade's Hall of Fame, Bronze Catch and Shoot, one with spot up. So if you want to run 2 guards and have like the outer guard run lock, or you can run lock, or you could run like maybe center even, I wouldn't recommend it, but you could try it. You would be able to have this build on hash. Okay, now blinders is crucial for post fades. So is difficult shots. Difficult shots is also great to have for moving mid-range shots, so keep that in mind as well. For playmaking, you're going to have bullet pass there as much as you can. That way, when those blitzes come in, you're going to be able to counteract that. I'll put stop and go on silver, unpluckable on silver. Dimer, you don't need. Ghoul hands, I've been liking it on silver so far as like the total value that you get from it. Silver there, silver there. Post playmaker, I am gonna keep on. Well, this depends on like how you are as a player, because post playmaker basically is just like dimer when you're at the post. So if you have dimer and also post playmaker, I'm pretty sure it doubles up onto those shots. And then for defense, what you are going to do is that you're definitely gonna have to use a menace badge. You're definitely gonna have to have pickpocket, rim protector, most importantly gold interceptor, clamps, and ball stripper, and all this other stuff is honestly preference. Personally for me, I'm going to be going with intimidator, and then I'm just gonna leave that there actually. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. This looks good. Maybe if you want to take down pickpocket and put on pick dodger for off-ball screens, you can. Maybe put on post lockdown for switches, or maybe you want to put on ball stripper to stop those like driving lane animation. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I will take off pickpocket, and I think I'll put it on ball stripper, just because if you're playing as an off-ball defender, coming in and blitzing and be able to get those strips while someone's trying to go for an open lane on a dunk will be very, very very significant in your effect on the floor. I do like the fact that this build does get menace, gets gold interceptor, it gets gold clip. It's a perfect off-ball defense build that can swing, that can blitz, and sometimes can even switch on point guards or even centers as well for their position. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead. We're gonna get some gameplay right now for you guys. Now, one thing I do want to say is that, of course, with all my builds, do badges and make adjustments depending on what your scheme is and how you plan on using this player into like the park or into like your squad, or however you want to put it, right? Now, the reason why I say that is because I feel like a lot of people use their build as a mold, and then they try to like force themselves to fit the scheme that the YouTuber said for them to fill. Like, no. If I want you to do anything, just take my builds, use it as a guideline, then make adjustments based on how you play the game of 2K in the park and how you plan on using the build. Of course, it's just a guideline. Like I said, this is just a Magic Johnson-like build, and I like to use it for that purpose. I like to facilitate, I like to create open looks for people, and that sort of thing. I'm over here, it's messing up trying to talk right now. Give me that, babe. Okay. Here we go, running through. That's a mismatch every time. Now, I'm going to try to get a switch where a taller center is going to be guarding me and not killing Hayes who's got no defense, right? So, but usually if a center does come up and switches on you, or just a taller defender in general, the best thing you're going to do is go into pick and roll, run that pick and roll, and just play it like it's 2K17 with the moving mid-range or the lob switch. If they switch, then you can just take that switch out, and you're not being guarded by the center anymore. Stuff like that, right? Now, post hooks are actually going to be very, very good this year, in case you guys are not aware. They're not going to be as OP as 2K20, where you can have like a 25 post hook, and it's just not going to, it's going to go on every time, like no. But if you have a post hook rating, you are going to be able to make post hooks consistently this year with the right badges, to where it's going to be very, very hard to guard. I gotta say right now, let me go ahead and go deep in the paint right here. One of my favorite things that I do, like, I'm going to restart that real quick, it's only 3 seconds. One of my favorite things I like to do is I like to come into the paint right here, there we go, and I like to do this pivot foot fake, push to the outside, and come right back in. The reason why it secures inside position. That way, if you were to miss a shot, then you get that instant interior look and position. Remember, this build is 25 offensive rebound. It's all about positioning when it comes to 2K22. So that's something to keep in mind when you go forward. Now, obviously, you do not want to do that against a taller guy. A taller guy and a taller defender, you're just going to take advantage of that speed mismatch and take that from there. Or, if you have post takeover, come to the outside and bank that in. Okay? Now, preferably, the jumper, if you adjust the jumper quite a bit, you're going to be able to get one again green. Instead of what you see, difficult shots pops up there, fadeays, and also sometimes blinders will pop on hot fades as well. Okay? So I'll just continue playing with this player until its takeover does run out, and then we'll go from there. Like I said, it's a very good blitz build. It's a very good off-ball build. Especially when you think it's the main score on your offense. Okay, I'm going to let them score, though, because I do want to take advantage of the takeover and kind of try to show you guys some highlights. So any moment now. The Bucks are just way too good, bro. They can guard 4-on-5 like nobody. But yo, open, oh my goodness. There we go, y'all. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, Chris, thank you. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, this build is gonna be godly, man. Because especially when most people's lockdowns that they're making is going to be like 6'3" or 6'4", and especially since you have 70 strength, well, it's actually going to be 74 strength when you go into the when you end up going to the Gatorade facility and getting that Gatorade boost. It's gonna be really, this build's really good. If I had to choose between my 7'3" build and this build, I would probably choose this build because it's a lot more fun and not necessarily unique, but just there's more that you can do with the build. That 7'3", you know, it's okay, but it can only like, you know, it can only like stretch the floor and score in the post, but it can't do nothing else, right? And it's a liability on defense. This build is not a liability on defense at all, so that's something to keep in mind. Oh my goodness. How did he miss that? Oh, that was wide, bro. As you can see, there's still stuff in the post that I'm still learning as well. But from what I've seen and what I've seen from what the meta is, this is going to be a very, very solid build if you're looking for a Magic Johnson type build. So yep, let's conclude the video for today. Let me know about what types of players that you do want to see from me. I would prefer people that are more big man oriented, like maybe Charles Barkley, maybe like Tim Duncan, or just people like that, right? So just let me know, comment in the comments section below. Let me know like what types of more people that you would like to see in the future. And yeah, man, as always, good day. Adios, good night, peace, all love, all positivity. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Have a blessed day, and y'all be good. Peace.